Good afternoon. You may be seated. Pleased to welcome you to the Medical College of Wisconsin, Green Bay. I want to personally welcome the students, their families, and guests, and my colleagues from the local community, as well as those from our campus in Milwaukee. And I want to especially thank Dr. John Raymond, Sr., our president, for making the trip as well and joining us today. The white coat ceremony is for you, the students, your families, your friends. It's meant to be a small and intimate ceremony which focuses on your transition to becoming a physician. In many ways, this is the moment you dedicate your future to becoming a healer. We're here to welcome you into the profession of medicine, and later tonight we're going to celebrate this moment with the community, together with teachers and others from the region. But this is about you. Our purpose together this afternoon is to convey our expectations, dreams, and our commitment to your future and your success. Today marks MCW Green Bay's third white coat ceremony, and as such, marks a milestone not only for you, but we will have matriculated full classes 3 years in a row, and this is an important event. Today writes a chapter not only in our history, but also in the lives of your future patients and in your professional careers. MCW Green Bay is working hard to build a campus that incorporates the cutting edge of medical student education across all the things we do. Our digital classroom provides the connectivity unheard of a few years ago. The learning systems we've invested for you and for the students who've gone before you make the most efficient use of self-assessment and makes our technology better implemented every time we make small adjustments. Our intention is that you use them as a vehicle to realize your best efforts efficiently and become the physicians we know that you will be in the future. The two classes of students who've gone before you in Green Bay have taught us many things. We owe them a debt of thanks for all the suggestions, comments, criticisms as we've worked together to build the campus. The campus, in my opinion, represents our best MCW traditions while enhancing the learning environment where possible through innovation. With the mindset of innovation, we've worked to provide you with calendar-efficient curriculum to maximize your learning, to reduce the overall cost of your medical education, and make this place home for you. We've chosen you, you've chosen us. We begin building the future together today. I now ask Dr. Joe Kirshner, Executive Vice President and Dean of the Medical College of Wisconsin, to provide a brief historical overview of the vision, mission, and history of the Green Bay campus, as well as the white coat ceremony. Please join me in welcoming.
Thanks, Matt. What a great day. It just is so wonderful to look out and see such happy, excited, energetic faces as you come into the white coat ceremony. And I think a really cool thing for me as I look out at this audience, I think back a couple of years ago, Matt referenced that this is our third year of doing it, but we're filling up the seats with students from the years ahead of you. So it's really nice to see obviously the white coats on the faculty who are going to be helping teach you, but and coding you today, but also all of the students. I know this is going to be one of the first of many great afternoons in your careers as physicians, and it really is fantastic to join you here today for this. None of us gets to sit in that seat without some support from loved ones, and so really take a moment today as you're joining the profession, as Dr. Hunziger said, the profession of healers, to thank your loved ones, your family, your friends, your significant others as you celebrate today. And I just want to start by giving them all a round of applause for all of the support they provided to get you to this day today. If you don't know, so to get that done in 3 years is unheard of. But I want to just echo the comments that Dr. Hunziger made, which is we didn't just do this fast. We did this with excellence. And the only way that we were really able to do this was with great partners. And I'm going to say a little bit more about our partnerships in just a minute. But The next thing I'd just like to say is the why. Hopefully most of you understand the why, but I know as you sort of get a couple years past that inaugural class, maybe the why gets lost a little bit in, hey, this is here for me and it's always been here. 3 years probably isn't always, but the why really stemmed from a vision that President Raymond brought with him to the Medical College of Wisconsin when he came as president. And I joined him in the dean's office shortly thereafter, but John set forth a vision that we would do something different as a medical school. We would do something different as an educational institution. And what he wanted to do, and what I think we've successfully done, and you'll continue to carry on that legacy, is marry a need with an outside-the-box, innovative way of putting something together. So the Wisconsin Hospital Association in 2010 said, we're not going to have enough doctors in Wisconsin. And that mirrored a problem that was national. So we knew, as some of us who are baby boomers are getting towards that age where we consume more healthcare needs, we have an aging of our population, we knew that there were not going to be enough doctors in the United States, and particularly within Wisconsin. But it wasn't just not having enough doctors. Actually, if you go down to southeast Wisconsin and go to Waukesha or Brookfield, there's probably enough doctors of almost every stripe. But there's a maldistribution as well. And so I serve on the Council of Deans and the AAMC board in Washington, D.C., and we talk all the time about how are we going to solve this problem so that we just don't train more physicians, but we meet this need and this maldistribution. And I think that's where the vision of our regional campuses, MCW Green Bay, comes into play. So we could have added more students to the Green Bay campus, to the Milwaukee campus. We could have added another 25, 50, 75 students. There's a couple million people in the surrounding area of Milwaukee. We've got great facilities. We could have easily put more students there. But that wasn't the vision. The vision was to do something different. The vision was to use innovation, technology, as Dr. Hunziker said, to do something in a calendar-efficient way, to lower the debt burden of the students who go through medical school, but perhaps most importantly, to connect the students who are learning to become the physicians of tomorrow to the communities where we know there's a need, to the communities where we know there's a maldistribution. And so I think that was the genius of all of this. So collaboration, partnership is something that we're all about at the Medical College of Wisconsin. So have you started getting the Monday morning coffees? Nobody shook their head yes. So, the answer is they actually are getting them. So those come from me. You get a Monday morning coffee. It's a little 750-word message that comes via email every Monday morning, almost every Monday morning. You don't have to read them all, but read a few of them. It'll make me feel better. No. But what you'll know is if you look at those Monday morning coffees, I talk about started with the 4 Ps. When I started as dean, we've expanded it to the 5 Ps. The 5th P that we added over the last couple of years is partnership, because that 5th P about partnership is what the medical college is about. We partner so well, and as we surveyed our faculty and staff and thought about who we were as an institution, partnership and collaboration is one of those things. So I want to really acknowledge our partners, which include Bellin College, Bellin Health, the Hospital Sisters Health System, the Milo S. Humpner VA Outpatient Clinic, Northeast Wisconsin Technical College, Prevea Health, St. Norbert College, and the University of Wisconsin Green Bay. We could not have this medical school without those partners. And so also, as you're training, as you're learning, please thank those people who are making your education possible. The other partnership that is really unique and critical for what we do is the partnership that we have with the community. We did something different as this medical school was coming into being. We set up what was called a community advisory board, and we did something maybe that was even more unique in academic medical centers. We actually listened to the community advisory board. So we had a community advisory board. We listened to what they said, and they gave us great ideas, great feedback. How can you involve the community? And I will tell you, some of you are from this region, some of you are from other places, but the community has embraced this medical school unlike any other. They're involved in the admissions process. And Dr. Hunziker mentioned, Matt said, about making this your home. The administration, the faculty can do some things to make this your home, but it's the community that's going to make this your home. So please thank them for all that they're doing as well. I want to also mention another group of partners who make this possible, which are our donors. So we have donors who have provided us with resources to provide scholarships that some of you will receive. We have the Friends of the Medical College of Wisconsin, an organization that's been there a long time, which provides funds to help as well. So we've got donors, we've got supporters who are not just supporting you with their heart and their mind, but they're supporting you with their hard-earned dollars, and so thank them as well. So this is, as Matt said, this is a first step in your journey as you come along as healers, and there's going to be many more that come forward. But this event celebrates the induction of your class of 2020 into the medical profession. But each of you today will receive a white coat, and there'll be a written card inside that white coat as a gift from a member of the Wisconsin Medical Society, an organization that's been a longstanding supporter of this ceremony. Your list is getting long of the people you need to thank and think of. But the Wisconsin Medical Society is another one of those partners that really is important. And so the coats are an outward sign of the commitment of our future physicians to compassionate care for their patients and their commitment to scientific proficiency. So Matt said I was going to give you a little bit of the history. If you read some of the Monday morning coffees, you'll know that there's a little bit of history that comes about once a month in those, or maybe once every other month. So I'll try not to draw. How long do I have? An hour? I'm trying to get to the end of this. I won't take too much more time. But so Matt mentioned third for Green Bay. It's only the 22nd actually for the Medical College of Wisconsin. Those of you who are my age and older, we didn't have a white coat ceremony when I came to the Medical College of Wisconsin. I am a proud alum of MCW. But the white coat really stems back to the 19th century. So if you think about medicine then, we're very proud of the scientific method today, and when a clinical treatment comes, it's gone through clinical trials. When there's a new drug, it's gone through 3 phases of the FDA, and so things are really sort of thought out. But back then, it was a lot more about apprenticeship. There was a fair amount of mysticism within medicine, and so physicians in the 19th century said, how can we step aside from that mysticism, sort of some of that piece of medicine that didn't feel honest maybe or authentic, and what symbol could we use to best show the scientific underpinnings of healing? And so they went to the scientific community and they adopted the white coat. So that's where it comes from, and that's what it also helps to symbolize. There are many, many other things that your white coat symbolizes, though, and as we look back, as I said, it's a relatively new ceremony. There is a little bit of confusion out there about who actually originated it, but there was a white coat ceremony at Columbia University in 1993, and the physicians and surgeons in New York of Columbia, Dr. Gold at the time said, look, the white coat symbolizes really important things. It symbolizes being a healer. It symbolizes humanism. It symbolizes having an empathetic mindset towards your patients. It symbolizes being caring. It symbolizes people of good character. So instead of just sort of acknowledging those when maybe you're at the end of the time of studying medicine, graduation day, commencement, they really said no, it should be at the beginning. So as you come up on the stage today, I'm pretty sure all of you are going to accept the white coat. Raise your hand now if you're not going to take it. All right. When you take the white coat, it's a contract. It's a moral responsibility that you have to your patients. It's a lifelong commitment to those ideals that are the best in medicine. So as you take that white coat for the first time, you're making a contract with every patient that you'll ever come in contact with in the future. You're making a contract with every family member that you ever come in contact with for the rest of your career. As somebody who's been doing this a little longer, I can tell you that it's a wonderful contract. Sometimes we think of contracts, 30-year mortgage, okay, how am I going to get that done? But it's a wonderful contract. So never forget that as you go forward. So I personally look forward to sharing wonderful moments for you as you walk along this path as we get to that graduation day in 2020. My door's open to you. If I can ever do anything for you, please let me know. You've got a great team up here. Dr. Hunziger is a marvelous leader. The faculty and staff will have you prepared without a doubt. And I'm just so proud of all that you're going to accomplish. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. I'd like to welcome as our next speaker Dr. Noel Deep. Dr. Deep is the president of the Wisconsin Medical Society, one of those you got to remember to thank. And he'll be providing some brief remarks on behalf of the Wisconsin Medical Society.
Good afternoon. I'd like to express my sincere thanks to the Medical College and to the Wisconsin Medical Society Foundation for giving me this opportunity to come out here and to share with you in this important milestone. And that's a tough act to follow after Dr. Kirshner. He laid out quite elaborately the white coat and what it symbolizes to us as physicians. As I'm looking here and look at these excited faces, I'm transported back 30 years to when I started out as a freshman in medical school. I was probably excited, happy, but probably a little bit apprehensive about what the future would bring for me. Today, I congratulate you heartily for what you have done and for this notable achievement in your lives. It is the result of much hard work and your dedication. And as you embark on this exciting journey, I'd encourage you to remember what I feel are the qualities of a great physician: humility, compassion, and attention to detail. As physicians, we are tasked with taking care of our fellow humans at a time when they are very vulnerable, when they are sick, when they are scared about their health. And this is an opportunity for us to utilize these qualities to help us guide as we take care of them. The path ahead is definitely going to be tough. Sometimes it might seem quite arduous. But with your dedication and with your hard work, I'm quite sure that you will all be very successful at being physicians. And remember that you're not alone. As had been alluded previously, your family, your friends, your mentors, your faculty, your colleagues, they're all here to support you. And in addition, don't forget that now you're members of the Wisconsin Medical Society, a more than 12,500 member professional family for you. We are here to help you, to guide you, and whatever we can to help you become that successful physician that you turned out to be. With your white coat today, as Dr. Kirshner mentioned, you will find a card that has been written by a physician member of the Wisconsin Medical Society. This might be an opportunity for you, as it was for me, to build a lifelong relationship professionally with that physician, and probably a good mentor and a role model. But even otherwise, don't worry about it. At least think back that someone had taken the time and believed strongly in you that they decided to write this note of encouragement for you. And as the healthcare environment changes, and most of the physicians here who are practicing will tell you that over the past couple decades, it's been quite a roller coaster ride for us. It might seem quite demanding, and sometimes it might seem quite insurmountable. But don't worry about it. Believe me, the profession is rewarding. If I had to go back 30 years, I would without a doubt choose to become a physician again. And as you leave here with this goal of becoming a physician, I wish you the best of luck. And being from the northwards, about 90 miles from here, in addition to probably calling you a physician, I hope that one of you, I'd be glad to call you my physician. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Deep. I'd like to now invite Dr. Molly Kleiman, representative of the Medical College of Wisconsin Marquette Medical Alumni Association, to the podium. Molly?
Good afternoon. As Dr. Hunsaker said, my name is Dr. Molly Kleiman. I am a proud alumni of MCW, and I've been given the honor and the privilege to just say a few words for the Alumni Association today. So with that, when I was sitting down, I was thinking also about sitting here several years ago, and I want you to fast forward and imagine your life 10 years from now. Where will you be? What will you be doing? Maybe you'll be giving remarks at the white coat ceremony. You'll reflect back to this very moment right now, and you'll remember how it felt to be sitting here at MCW white coat ceremony here in De Pere. What will the next 10 years be like? Exhilarating, difficult, fun, rewarding, challenging, trying, maybe a little bit tiring, maybe all of these. But look around you. These are the people that will walk with you step by step. You'll form relationships and bonds like no other. You'll encourage each other, support each other, and challenge one another. All of us welcome you to the profession of medicine. It is a noble profession. Despite the ever-evolving times with insurance mandates, quality measures, time constraints, and a changing payer mix, one thing is constant. We are all here to take care of people. And we're proud to be part of the community and take care of our neighbors, our friends, and sometimes our colleagues. You'll find this community welcoming and a great place to learn and grow. MCW will be here to guide you, support you, and educate you. In fact, we're all here to support and teach you. Every one of us needs a good physician to take care of us. At the end of the day, it's not about how many patients you saw or how much production you generated. It's about the lives you touched and how you helped others. So enjoy every moment. There may be difficult ones, there may be trying ones, but every moment and every experience will shape you into the physician you'll become and into the person you'll become. I'm confident that not only will each of you become great physicians, but you will be better people leaving this institution than when you entered. Embrace the experience. You only get to do this once, so take every opportunity that arises. The 3 years will go by quickly, and you'll develop friendships and relationships that last a lifetime. These are incredibly special bonds you'll make while going through medical school and residency, and it's an opportunity that few people ever get to experience. Sometimes I still stand at my sink doing my dishes or reading to my kids at night and think about the residents that are in the hospital right now, taking care of those patients. I remember those nights in the ICU intubating patients, putting in lines, seeing the helicopter lights coming in through the call room window, and then all of a sudden it's done and you go off into practice. But also remember how you got here. Remember those that supported you and believed in you. Remember those who encouraged you to get to this step, and be sure to thank them. They will again be there to support you through these next 3 years. Congratulations, and we all look forward to working with each and every one of you. Welcome to the profession, colleagues.
Thank you, Dr. Kleiman. I wanted to take a few moments and offer some words of thanks. Would the M2s and M3s please stand? Your efforts, your input, the conversations, the easy ones, the hard ones, have got us here today. It's you. You helped us get here. You took the risk. You're our students, and we're very proud of you. Very proud of each of you. Your determination to succeed has played an important role in these historic times for MCW. We couldn't have built the campus without you. Your pioneering spirit, woven deeply into the fabric of our regional campus. No matter, for some of you, a year or 2 years when you walk across the stage, the welcome mat at MCW Green Bay will always be out for you. I stood here a couple years ago for you guys, and a year ago for you guys. I asked if you were ready to work to become physicians. Those who are M3s, you helped the second class. And now I would ask you all to commit to helping the incoming third class at MCW Green Bay. That's what I need from you. I promise the faculty and the staff who have helped you will continue their hard work every day, but I need something special from you because you are the upperclassmen. Be exceptionally good and care about those who come after you and help them to grow, mentor them where necessary, give them advice when they need it, correction if they need it, but help them to become the physicians we expect from all of you and to uphold the traditions of excellence, the commitment that each of you has been a part of. The road's not been easy, long nights. For the M3s, you just cleared the first hurdle of your examination world of boards. I watched you struggle and study and measure yourselves. All of you passed on the first try. I am exceptionally proud of you. While you continue to lead the way, help us ensure that the community affection, the sense of purpose, the devotion of being a startup and getting to know each other in a small class become the culture of the campus. I know each of you have a deep regard for how hard you've worked. Please drive on. Please continue to develop the confidence, competence, and professionalism you have displayed, and please instill this in our new students as well. Please join me in recognizing the M2s and 3s for their efforts thus far. Please be seated. As Dr. Kirshner referenced in his remarks, the tradition of the white coat ceremony is attributed to Dr. Arnold Gold. He was a leader in considering the profession of medicine as it became a technical field with intricacies of science and the expansion of knowledge. He was worried that somehow we were losing some touch with the humanism that brought us here, the concern for patients. He believed that medical students should strive to provide compassionate, collaborative, and scientifically excellent patient care. His vision was to ensure that care and respect always govern the relationship between doctor and patient. Each year, MCW students are invited to nominate their peers for selection into the Gold Humanism Honor Society. The society recognizes individuals who are exemplars of humanistic patient care, who can serve as role models, mentors, and leaders in the future of medicine, and they are recognized by their fellow students. Faculty do not vote in this. This is recognition from those they serve side by side with. This afternoon, I'm pleased to recognize 3 M3 students in Green Bay who were nominated and selected. And we ask that as they join the ranks of healthcare professionals nationwide, they will live up to the expectations in even a greater way for the humanism in medicine. I would ask the following students to come forward onto the stage to receive their pin and take the oath of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Emily Dolan, Storm Doro, and Alex Slowicki. Please come forward. As Dr. Gold developed the Humanism Society, he asked that all that would come and be members pledge an oath to humanism in medicine. I would ask that you repeat after me. I pledge by all things that I hold dear as a physician. I will care for my patients with compassion, respect, empathy, integrity, and clinical excellence. I will listen to my patients with my whole being. I will advocate for each patient as a unique individual. I will serve as a role model, a mentor, to promote humanism in healthcare. I remember always the healing power of acts of caring. I will dedicate myself to joining with others to make healthcare optimal for all. Congratulations. Now to all of you. The day is about you, as I said before. Today's a special day, not only for MCW, but for each of you who has made a choice to dedicate your lives to become a physician. You'll become a confident healer, a scientist, and a friend to your patients. At times they'll be well. At times they will be very, very sick. And sadly, sometimes, at the end of the science, you'll provide only comfort. Through the ages, each of the words to describe the role of physicians is really an incomplete description. The actual work and lifestyle, the difficulty, can often be underestimated. Be assured, much challenge, growth, and learning is in your future. We talked about that together earlier this week. Today, you are set to take the first steps of that journey. You heard me talk with the upper level students. They've heard me say before, one of the most simple yet powerful interactions you will experience in medicine is the fact that at its core, it is one human being caring for another. It's not the MRI, it's not the CT scanner, not the cultures, not the antibiotics. It is you giving of yourself, caring for people in peril. The traditions of medicine extend from antiquity and remind us not only of our past, but point us to the future. I can't tell you what the practice of medicine will be 10, 20 years from now. I know only that it will be exciting for you, as it has been for all of us. New knowledge constantly expands the boundaries of medicine. We seek to heal. We experiment, we explore, we push the boundaries with research. Yet first, we must be vigilant. First, do no harm. As diagnostic methods and treatments continue to advance, we know one thing for certain: beyond the science, the profession of medicine, the ability to relieve suffering, the strive for cure and comfort those facing very difficult personal challenges, lies entirely with you. You are the critical ingredient in this agreement. MCW students are called to service. Whether students find themselves at the bedside in Green Bay, around the region, or around the world, the mission is to serve our patients. We expect that from you. To be a physician in the purest form is one human being helping another with compassion, empathy, and possessing the benefit of a medical knowledge that we will work with you to gain. Please never forget that. During your training and your practice, hard days of residency, we're just one more patient. We're just one more call, one more page, one more message pushes you to the extent of your tolerance. Remember, we have been entrusted with the most important job of caring for others. Today, you're here because you have chosen to stand in the midst of human suffering and give of your time, your strength, your intellect, your 20s, or later. There is no shortage of diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and the many other diseases you will treat in your career. This is perhaps the start of the most difficult task you have ever undertaken. At the recommendation of the Admissions Committee of the Faculty of MCW, you begin your journey. A journey to become a physician. I talked with your families this morning. We'll talk more about that later. But they're here to support you, my team, myself, our leadership in Milwaukee. We're here to support you, and we look forward to who you become and the successes you will have. The physicians in this room, they represent those who've gone before you. Their professional lives bear witness to the service to humanity. They represent a few of the many who will teach you and equip you to serve others. This ceremony, it's kept small for a reason. This ceremony is not a rite of passage. It's a relatively new ceremony, as we've discussed, but it is the recognition that you have achieved success in your studies, distinguished yourselves among the other baccalaureate students worthy to enter the professional training for medicine. You're hand-selected by the community, they participated, the admissions committee reviewed, and you have arrived at medical school to be a physician. In a few moments, we will present each of you with a white coat. As Dr. Kirshner described, the symbol is one of a student. For families, as you go farther in medicine, the coat is short as a student, longer as a resident, and longest as an attending. We've talked about the symbolism. In simplicity, it is a meaningful reminder that comes with a duty to do your best. Today begins the journey we've spoken of. I've asked today's speakers to provide us with selected readings that illustrate the traditions of medicine, as well as personal reflections that you wrote earlier this week. The reflections of medicine are from many different traditions and heritages. We bind them together as peers in medicine as we reach out to the community, to those who are sick, and we want those to be symbols of where we predict you'll go in the future as our peers. I would now invite Dr. Shiloh Ramus to the podium for a modern version of the Hippocratic Oath. Shiloh?
Thank you, Dean Hunsaker, for that invitation, for that introduction. And I want to thank you all for being here today and for allowing me to be a part of this ceremony today. I would also like to welcome and congratulate the incoming class of 2020 students. It indeed is an honor for me to be a part of your white coat ceremony. And today, I have the further honor to recite and read to you the Hippocratic Oath. But before I go further, I'd like to take a step back to about a year ago. Because it was a year ago today that I was actually asked to read this Hippocratic Oath at this very ceremony. And I mentioned at that ceremony that upon reflection and review in reading the Hippocratic Oath, I very much realized that for me, it really was a reaffirmation of that oath. So I would like to invite and encourage the physicians in the room to take the opportunity, silently of course, in your heads, to reaffirm that Hippocratic Oath when I read it before you all today. But first, a little introduction. Hippocrates was a Greek physician born on the Greek Isle of Kos in 469 BC, and he is considered one of the most outstanding figures in the history of medicine. And as a testament to him, his code of ethics and good moral behavior has endured through the centuries. Yet, over the years, there have been some modifications to this oath. In 1948, the World Health Association adopted a downsized version of the oath called the Declaration of Geneva. And then, in 1964, Dr. Louis Lasagna, Dean of the School of Medicine at Tufts University, revised the declaration, and thus the modern oath took form. It is that modern version of the oath that I will read to you today, and it goes as follows. I swear to fulfill, to the best of my ability and judgment, this covenant. I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of those physicians in whose steps I walk, and gladly share such knowledge as is mine with those who are to follow. I will apply, for the benefit of the sick, all measures which are required, avoiding those twin traps of overtreatment and therapeutic nihilism. I will remember that there is art to medicine as well as science, and that warmth, sympathy, and understanding may outweigh the surgeon's knife or the chemist's drug. I will not be ashamed to say, I know not, nor will I fail to call on my colleagues when the skills of another are needed for a patient's recovery. I will respect the privacy of my patients, for their problems are not disclosed to me that the world may know. Most especially must I tread with care matters of life and death. If it is given to me to save a life, all thanks. I will do no harm nor injustice to my patients. Above all, I must not play God. I will remember that I do not treat a fever charge or a cancerous growth, but a sick human being whose illness may affect the person's family and economic stability. My responsibility includes these related problems if I am to care adequately for the sick. I will prevent disease whenever I can, for prevention is preferable to cure. I will remember that I remain a member of society with special obligations to all my fellow human beings, those sound of mind and body, as well as the infirm. If I do not violate this oath, may I enjoy life and art, respected while I live and remembered with affection thereafter. May I always act so as to preserve the finest traditions of my calling, and may I long experience the joy of healing those who seek my help. And so that concludes the Hippocratic Oath. And so once again, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome and congratulate the incoming class of students. You are all on an amazing and time-honored journey. And I thank you all again for the opportunity to take part in this special day. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ramos. Dr. Katrina Roscolet, alumna of the MCW Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences and a physician, will now recite the Oath of Maimonides.
So the reading is the Oath of Maimonides, and Maimonides was a 12th century philosopher and physician. The eternal providence has appointed me to watch over the life and health of thy creatures. May the love of my art actuate me at all times. May neither avarice, nor miserliness, nor thirst for glory, or for a great reputation engage my mind. For the enemies of truth and philanthropy could easily deceive me and make me forgetful of my lofty aim of doing good. May I never see in the patient anything but a fellow creature in pain. Grant me the strength, time, and opportunity always to correct what I have acquired, always to extend its domain. For knowledge is immense, and the spirit of man can extend indefinitely to enrich itself daily with new requirements. Today he can discover his errors of yesterday, and tomorrow he can obtain a new light on what he thinks himself sure of today. O God, thou hast appointed me to watch over the life and death of thy creatures. Here am I, ready for my vocation, and now I turn unto my calling.
I now invite Jennifer Haluzak, a member of my team at MCW Green Bay. She's our student service manager, to the podium to reflect on the writings of the students. We asked them earlier in the week to gather their thoughts, and which will lead directly into the presentation of the White Coats. Jennifer?
This past Wednesday evening, we held a mixer for our class of 2020. During that event, we asked them to pause for a minute to capture their thoughts as they sat poised to launch into the next phase of their journey to becoming physicians. After collecting these reflections, I selected a sentence or two from each to weave into one narrative. Much like these 25 individual voices will together create the story of the MCW Green Bay class of 2020. What follows is a compilation of the thoughts of these 25 individuals. Anticipation is a funny thing. The first day of medical school is something I had been dreaming about literally every day since my sophomore year of high school. How am I feeling right now? Impossible to describe. Tired, but also very excited, but still tired. There are so many uncertainties, so many fears. Do I actually have what it takes to succeed? It's an odd combo of happiness and fear, hope for the future, and anxiety when faced with the unknowns. With all of these emotions swirling, I ground myself in hope. Now that I've gotten in, I can honestly say it is the proudest moment of my life, while simultaneously being the most humbling moment in my life, to stand alongside such talented, driven, and, so far, seemingly kind people. Although anxiety might be my most prominent emotion, I am still very excited. It's been a long road with so many unexpected turns, but here I am, and I'm beginning to feel like I belong. My entire collection of life experiences has led me to medicine, and I know deep down I have made the right choice. I felt a sense of calm today as I was leaving one phase of life and moving on to the next. Looking back on what it took for me to get here, I can't help but feel overwhelmingly grateful for all the people that have supported me. It seems like I've been preparing for this moment for my entire life, and everything has finally come together for me to become the person I envision myself becoming. As I reflect, I feel so incredibly lucky for the opportunity to attend medical school. Regardless of my age, birth, gender, I live in a place where I can become a provider of medical services. This does not feel real yet. I'm nervous for the overall medical school process, from class to boards to residency placement. When does it start to feel like real life? We all come from different places and got here different ways, but now we're in this together. Earning a white coat holds a lot of meaning because I will be the first person in my entire family to get my MD, which is super awesome. This is a place where I already feel so comfortable and at home, and it's only been one day. I've met so many smiling faces today. I've been shown so much warmth and support from this faculty. I've been welcomed so sincerely by upperclassmen. I can't help but feel hopeful. I feel like I have been blessed with every instrument necessary to become the kind of physician I want to be. This is not only a school, it is already my family, and I'm so excited for what is to come. In terms of my classmates, I sincerely hope they are ready to dance with me to 2000s hip hop at any time. All the time and effort it took to even get to this point is mind-boggling, and it has only just begun. I cannot wait. Starting medical school is not a goal to be completed or achieved, but rather a single step in a lifetime of goals to come. So far, this is manageable, but be prepared for tougher days. Be prepared to change and improve. I feel like I will discover more about my strengths and weaknesses over the next 3 years than I ever have before, and I expect to make mistakes along the way. Looking forward to the challenging but rewarding years ahead, I am encouraged by the dream team that was assembled to support all of us along the way. I hope to make many lifelong friends here and experience new things. I will put my heart and soul into my education and strive to be the best physician possible for my future patients. I am ecstatic for what is to come, except the tests. I'm hopeful that I will learn something new every day, whether it's about myself, about the field of medicine, or about the relationship between a doctor and her patients. The start of our medical education is also the start of a lifetime commitment to others, a lifetime commitment to learning, a lifetime commitment to placing the needs of others above our own egos. From what I have heard, the MCW support system at Green Bay is unmatched by any other school and community. I look forward to joining this community and pushing myself in ways I didn't know possible. I will embrace equally challenges and triumphs and try to keep in mind that these next few years will only improve upon skills I have honed to get here. The hard work seems daunting right now, but it will all be worth it when I can confidently care for my future patients. The process can fundamentally not change the intention. As I start to practice medicine, I hope to remember that my white coat represents the trust placed in me by the people I will fight for. Here's to starting the next chapter of our lives. Here's to a crazy hard but worth it next 3 years. Hey, self, you got this. At this time, I would like to welcome our coders to the stage. Dr. Molly Kleiman, Dr. Teresa Rudolph, Dr. Robert Guthrow, Dr. Paul Pritchard, Dr. Ashok Rai, Dr. David Rentmeester, Dr. Daniel P. Duffy, Dr. Marnan Fishbach, Dr. Saeed Asef, Dr. Haider Khan, Dr. James Pollock, Dr. Catherine Pollock, and Dr. Jean Rigstad. I would now like to ask the students to come forward individually and be coded. We asked each student to provide us with a few names of people who have supported them on their pre-medical journey and who will continue to stand by them as they take this next important step in their careers. Fairuz Abu Hamdan. Fairuz is being coded by Dr. Molly Kleiman. Fairuz is from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. She was supported in her journey to medical school by her parents, Fozy and Julie. Taylor Elaine Bacchus. Taylor is being coded by her mentor and family friend, Dr. Teresa Rudolph. Taylor is from Appleton, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from Lawrence University. Taylor is supported by her mother, Michelle, her father, Don, her brother, Kyler, and her extended family, her boyfriend, Reed, and his family. Caitlin Mary Beyer. Caitlin is being coded by Dr. Robert Guthrow. Caitlin is from Hudson, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of St. Thomas. Caitlin is supported by her mother, Teresa, her father, Kevin, her sister, Shannon, her grandparents, Sherm and Mary, and her Aunt Patty. Reed Joseph Colling. Reed is being coded by Dr. Paul Pritchard. Reed is from Appleton, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from St. Norbert College. Reed is supported by his mother, Stephanie, his father, Joe, and his siblings, Chelsea and Mitchell. Tanner Andrew Court. Tanner is being coded by Dr. Ashok Rai. Tanner is originally from New Prague, Minnesota. He earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities. Tanner is supported by his grandfathers, Eugene Court and Howard Brecky, his aunt, Wendy Bodish, his parents, Nancy and Brian Court, his brothers, Tucker and Taylor Court, and Alexandra Martin. Elizabeth Charlotte Daniels. Elizabeth is being coded by Dr. David Rentmeester. Elizabeth is from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from Winona State University and her graduate degree from Georgetown University. She is supported by her parents, Mark and Kathy Daniels, and her sister Erica and her extended family. Erin Maureen Duffy. Erin is being coded by her father, Dr. Daniel P. Duffy. Erin is from Cedarburg, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities. She is supported by her parents, Dan and Lois Duffy, her siblings, and her fiance, Paul Glembaki. Daria Michal Fischbach. Daria is being coded by her father, Dr. Martin Fischbach. Daria is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and earned her undergraduate degree from Washington University in St. Louis. Daria is supported by her father, Dr. Martin Fischbach, her mother, Lee Fischbach, her twin brother, Shane, and her grandparents, Elaine and Oscar Singer. Connor Walter Gullstrand. Connor is being coded by Dr. Saeed Asef. Connor is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from St. Norbert College. Connor is supported by his parents, Sue and Eric Gullstrand, his brother Cole, John Patrikas, Gabby Marino, Karen Schmela, and her family. Charles Allen Gusho. Charles is being coded by Dr. Molly Kleiman. Charlie is from Mequon, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Denver. Charlie is supported by his parents, Andy and Julie, and his grandparents, Paul and Christine Culver. Allison Lee Gustafson. Allison is being coded by Dr. Robert Guthrow. Allison is from Tomahawk, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Allison is supported by her parents, Lisa, Stanley, Jill, and Kathy, and her fiance, Matthew, and sister, Maxine. Colin Andrew Hess. Colin is being coded by Dr. Paul Pritchard. Colin is from Swamico, Wisconsin, and he earned his undergraduate degree at St. Norbert College. Colin is supported by his parents, Andy and Amy Hess, his fiancee, Allie Tomey, and his grandparents, Robert and Marilyn Knuth, and Robert and Jean Hess. Hollis Marie Johnson. Hollis is being coded by Dr. Ashok Rai. Hollis is from Heartland, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. Hollis is supported by her parents, Bob and Sheila Johnson, and her siblings, Robert, Elizabeth, and Sydney Johnson. Mafaza Khan. Mafaza is being coded by her father, Dr. Hyder Khan. Mafaza is from Dubuque, Iowa, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Chicago and her graduate degree from Loyola University, Chicago. Mafaza is supported by her father, Hyder, and her mother, Zabi, her sister, Najiha, and her brother, Hayan Khan. Brittany Anna Mahoney. Brittany is being coded by Dr. David Rentmeester. Brittany is from Appleton, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Brittany is supported by her husband, Stuart Mahoney, her parents, Robert and Jennifer Zacek, and her in-laws, Mary Beth and James Mahoney. Mark Philip Norris. Mark is being coded by Dr. Saeed Asef. Mark is from Madison, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Mark is supported by his mother, Laura Weston Kirchner, his father, Gary Norris, his sister, Laurel Norris, his girlfriend, Emily Workus, and her parents, Donald and Anna Workus. Ronald Alexander Paulman. Ronald is being coded by Dr. Molly Kleiman. Ronald is from Kenosha, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the College of William and Mary and his graduate degree from Tufts University. Ronald is supported by his parents, Andy and Jane Paulman, and his siblings, Audrey, Bryn, and Jack. Lauren Brooke Pavlik. Lauren is being coded by Dr. Robert Guthrow. Lauren is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from St. Norbert College. Lauren is supported by her parents, Jan and Jerry Pavlik, her siblings, Ryan and Kristen, and her roommate, Megan. Kristen Rose Pollock. Kristen is being coded by her parents, Dr. James Pollock and Dr. Catherine Green. Kristen is from Cleveland, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at Boston College. Kristen is supported by her parents, Jim and Kathy Pollock, her sister, Elizabeth Trout, and her grandparents, Dick and Barb Green. Ryan Benjamin Pitney. Ryan is being coded by his mentor, Dr. Saeed Asef. Ryan is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Ryan is supported by his father, Boyd Pitney, and his mother, Karen Pitney, his grandparents, Marvin and Marilyn Lindblom, and Blakeney Schmidt. Ashley Morgan Preston. Ashley is being coded by Dr. Ashok Rai. Ashley is from Valders, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Ashley is supported by her parents, Todd and Ann Preston, her siblings, and her boyfriend, Brett. Bo Stephen Rigstad. Bo is being coded by his father, Dr. Gene Rigstad. Bo is from Appleton, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Bo is supported by his parents, Dr. Gene and Tracy Rigstad, his sisters, Emma and Marta, and his extended family. Greta Kathleen Schmidt. Greta is being coded by Dr. David Rentmeester. Greta is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from Lawrence University. Greta is supported by her parents, Donna and Jim, her sisters, Anna Arts and Laura Schmidt, her mentor, James LaBelle, her academic advisor, Nicholas Maravolo, and Nico Glennon. Angela Marie Smet. Angela is being coded by Dr. Paul Pritchard. Angela is from De Pere, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. Angela is supported by Robert Vesperman and Maya Smet. Matthew David Torbenson. Matthew is being coded by Dr. Molly Kleiman. Matthew is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from Lakeland College. Matthew is supported by his parents, David and Susan Torbenson, his in-laws, Ralph and Darlene Rich, his amazing wife, Elizabeth, and their kids, the Millett family, and his advisors, Keith Elkins and James Marker.
While the medical schools and faculty share the enthusiasm of this day, the greater Green Bay community shares the enthusiasm as well, and we include them in this and all of our ceremonies. Janet and Charlie Lieb are community leaders who are passionate about ensuring educational opportunities abound for greater Green Bay students of all backgrounds. They generously share their time, talent, and treasure to bring those opportunities to life in our community. Janet volunteers weekly with students at a local elementary school to encourage them to be college students one day. Charlie's a member of the Green Bay Packers Foundation Board and a key player in the support of our campus through the Green Bay Packers Foundation scholarships. They represent the warmth and enthusiasm that this community holds in the hearts for MCW Green Bay and our hope for what medical students will accomplish. I welcome Charlie and Janet to the stage to share their thoughts on this important day and to affirm the importance of our newest medical students in the community. Janet, Charlie.
Wow. My wife and I are pleased to represent the community in welcoming the third incoming class of the Medical College of Wisconsin, Green Bay. When they formed the satellite campus, the first satellite campus here in Green Bay, the community was very proud and excited to be part of this organization. The fact that they're trying a 3-year program that saves a lot of money for you MD students and fast tracks you to get your medical degree, and the fact that you all expressed interest in serving in Wisconsin once you complete your degree was very important to the community here in Green Bay and De Pere. We want to tell you a little bit about what Green Bay has to offer, although we heard that quite a few of you have already spent some time in Green Bay, either through education or grew up here or nearby. We've been residents of Green Bay now for 33 years, having moved here on a job transfer from San Jose, California. We gave up the ocean, the weather, the traffic, the smog, to come to Green Bay to enjoy the cold winters, the open spaces, the no traffic, and the wonderful and welcoming people we found in the local community here. We understand that for your next 3 years, you'll be very busy with your academic undertakings. But there's a lot to see and do and enjoy in Green Bay, and we'd like to make you aware of some of those things today. I will mention one, and then I will turn it over to my wife, who will talk about several others that are available in the local community. First of all, when you think of Green Bay, what do you think of? Packers. Do we have any Packer fans in the new class? Hey!
Wait a minute, there's a couple here that are from Illinois, I think.
Oh. Well, you can't stay in Green Bay for 3 years without becoming a Packer fan. They run you out of town after the first year. I was pleased to be a member of the board of directors of the Green Bay Packers, and I do have a Super Bowl ring here from 2010 to show you, the home of the 13-time NFL champions, known as Titletown, 4 Super Bowl victories. We're very excited about the Packers here in Green Bay, and we hope you will become so too. Unfortunately, I was told just before the ceremony that last year's speaker promised all new students a Packer ticket. I can't go quite that far, but I'll see what I can do to see if we can't find some tickets for some of you so you can be exposed to the Packer nation and the Packer experience. I would encourage you also to go over to the stadium, take a stadium tour, visit the Hall of Fame, see the new Titletown district that's being constructed there. It has a very fine restaurant, a brewery, a Kohler Lodge and Spa. They're putting in a Bellin Sports Medicine Clinic. They have a sliding hill for something to do in the winter when it gets the weather changes here, and it has a lot to offer. We think Green Bay has a lot to offer, and we're very happy to have been here. I will now turn it over to my wife so she can tell you more about what you can experience in Green Bay.
As Charlie said, our community is thrilled to have the medical school here and delighted to have you as part of our community and hope that you'll stay. There's a reason I don't have a white coat on, because I'm not a very serious person. So I follow all these eloquent, serious speakers, and I'm here to talk about the fun. Okay? Your parents are here at a perfect time because Restaurant Week started today. So there's over 70 restaurants in the area. This is the only brochure I have, but I know you all know how to use the computer to Google. 70 different restaurants. There's at least 4 within walking distance of campus. And they offer special menus during this week to introduce you to their menu in the restaurant. Some of them are $10, $20, and up to $32. So they're set menus. You can Google it and find out what the menus are. So take advantage of that while you're in town. We moved here from San Jose, California. I did kind of wonder what I was going to do to fill my time, other than raising 3 children. We discovered the Fox River Trail, which if you go off campus right over the bridge, and you can go about 14 miles in either direction, it's mostly shaded, so even on a hot day like this, it was a beautiful place to be. Just to put your headphones on, think about school, and either jog, walk, ride your bike. I've been led to believe that this may be the only opportunity you have for free time will be this summer. So the rest of you can go to sleep, but you listen up, because there's some stuff to do. There's music, there's Nights on the Fox, right on campus. There's music on the Fox, which is downtown on Friday nights. There's farmers markets, which you're probably not going to be doing a lot of cooking and don't want to do that. But the happening place is the farmer's market downtown on Wednesday night. And the other one is Saturday morning, which is a little more kid-friendly, dog-friendly. And I'm here to tell you it's an 8-mile bike ride from campus. I've done it, you can do it. And it's 8 miles each way. Let's see, if you're into art, there's Art Street that'll be happening downtown probably in August with artists from all over the country. But tomorrow night, from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, in downtown De Beer is the Art Walk. And it's all local artisans. The stores are open. Some of them are serving beverages, alcoholic and non, and there will be some food available, but just a fun way to see what downtown De Beer is all about. And it happens to be tomorrow night. I don't want to go on and on, but for a lot of you that are from out of town, there's like the National Railroad Museum is here. A lot of people don't know that. The Botanical Gardens is an amazing place to go even on a hot day. So there's a Neville Public Museum, there's a Children's Museum, UW-GB and St. Norbert's have an unbelievable amount of entertainment for you, whether it's musical recitals, plays, or sporting events. So there should be something to entertain everyone. So what I do want to leave you with, though, is that there's a lot of stuff to do here. Do it this summer, because then I want you all to become fabulous doctors and remain in our community, because we are just thrilled to have you here. Thank you, and good luck.
Thanks, Charlie and Janet. At this time, I'd ask for the entering students to join me at the front of the stage, across the front, facing the audience. We would be remiss today if we didn't acknowledge the friends and family and significant others who provided you with the support to be needed to be here today. The people who were part of your lives, they made you. They invested in you. This is part of their day, too. Each of us who is a physician owes a debt of gratitude to our families, our patients, our teachers, that we can never fully repay. Their support, courage, and endurance is a testament to their love. We're asking now that your families and those who are a significant part of your lives affirm that they'll sustain your spirit with love and support. They'll commit to supporting the sacrifices you make while becoming a physician. We ask that they will remind you this day in the hardest times, speak words of kindness to you when you need it most. When the demands of your duties as a physician and the balance you seek in your personal life intersect with conflict, they will provide you with encouragement and affection, we pray. To those families and significant others assembled here today, I would ask you to signify your affirmation to these students by telling them, we will. We will. I'm confident that the 25 of you are the embodiment of our hopes for the next generation of physicians. Congratulations, student doctors. We're proud to welcome you to the profession of medicine. This concludes our white coat ceremony. Please remain seated until the students have exited. You may greet your student at the back of the room. Thank you for joining us today. One other announcement. Due to some construction over at the CP Center, the Cerebral Palsy Center, overflow parking for the student welcome will be available at St. Matthew's Catholic Church, which is 1 block north of the Heritage Hill reception this evening. We'll have some buses to bring you over. We apologize for the change in logistics, but we hope that all will join us this evening. So, thank you again. Congratulations, student doctors.
Thank you.